like, comment, and subscribe for more on the latest tech, home, fitness, and lifestyle products with real-life applications. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get into today's video. In today's video, I'm happy to say we are getting back into some collectibles today, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into some comic books that I've got. I actually brought out this small little box that I've had for a while, and I purchased these off of my grandfather a while back, just about a year ago. I think I purchased $400 for the entire collection, and the collection is over 3,000 comic books. This is just a small portion of those, a very small portion of those. And I found a couple of great key issue comic books from the Amazing Spider-Man and a couple other series as well. So I just wanted to share all these fantastic key issues that I've got for you guys. And some are not key issues, but they still hold value. Every one of them hold value because they were my grandfather's, and he was kind enough to actually let me purchase them for him. He needed a new cultivator for his tractor, so he was just wanting 400 bucks for them, so I went ahead and purchased them. And I'm glad I did, guys. Let's go ahead and check out what I got just in this small box from my grandpa and see if we got some cool stuff for you guys to take a look at today. I'm gonna go ahead and slide the whole pile over so when I reveal the next one, you don't see the one under it while we're talking about the main one. And we'll go ahead and start with this one on top as well. Alright guys, slide those out of frame. Now the first one is, of course, we just now went over it. We just now looked at it. It's What If the Alien Costume Had Possessed Spider-Man. Issue number 4 of Marvel What If. Now we'll go ahead and lay those down right there so we can take an eye at them while we're looking at the others. Now we have issue 345 of the Amazing Spider-Man. All of these are in fantastic shape. My grandpa did great, and when I got them, I actually re-sleeved them, bought brand new backer boards and everything for them, so those are not in original backing boards or anything like that. But I also have Cardiac Attack issue 359, and this is the Return of the Villain You Demanded. I guess it's the return of Cardiac, so that's pretty cool to have as well. Now, I'm not sure the value on any of these, but I do believe that most of these have some value to them, and that's why they were kept to the side a little bit. And I know that the one on the very bottom, the one at the very end of this video, is a very, very key issue. I'm going to go ahead and tell you it's from the Amazing Spider-Man series, so you definitely want to stick around for that one. Now we also have issue 268 of the Uncanny Xmen, and it does say together again for the first time, Wolverine, Captain America, and Black Widow. So I'm saying that's probably a good one as well. I'm not really sure. Issue 375 of the Amazing Spider-Man, and that one is in flawless shape. Everything is perfect on it, but let's go ahead and move to the next one. Man, those are great comics. Alright, now next we have the Marvel Tales. This one does have some discoloration, as you can see. It looks like it had gotten wet or something before, maybe from some moisture, because these were sitting in my grandfather's barn for years and years. But this is issue 235 of Marvel Tales, featuring Spider-Man and the X-Men. Now we do have X-Force, Deadpool's back. This is the second appearance ever of Deadpool, and this is fantastic. The quality is amazing, and I think that one's definitely going to increase in value over the years. Great comic book right there, guys. Next we have X Factor, issue number 87. This one right here is also in fantastic shape. Everything looks great. Not much, no bending in the corners or anything like that. Now this one I'm kind of upset about because it does have a small tear right there on the front of the issue. But issue 362 of the Amazing Spider-Man Carnage Part 2. I also have issue 361, which is Part 1 of Carnage. It should be right next to it, but I guess it's not. But it is somewhere in this pile, guys, so stay tuned for that. Got first of 4 collector item issues, so that one's a good one to maintain, keep a hold of, guys. Now I also have issue number 1, Spider-Man Unlimited. Maximum Carnage begins here. The fabulous first issue, guys. Once again in fantastic shape. It looks like it just rolled off the press yesterday. Looks fantastic. Got a very old Iron Man. What if Iron Man had been a traitor? And it depicts the original looking Iron Man, which is pretty cool to see. I love that. I'm glad my grandpa kept on to these, and I'm glad that he was willing to sell these all to me for a fantastic price, guys. I can't believe it. But issue 2, issue 28 of Captain America as well. What if Captain America had led an army of super soldiers into World War II? And got a newer one. You can tell this is kind of newer. This must have been one of my grandpa's last purchases. November 96. Okay, well, it's not newer. Well, yeah. It's going on 25 years old. Oh, it's 24 years old now. I also have Wonder Woman, issue number 72. And this one is actually pretty valuable, I believe. At least a couple $100 because of the cover. I think this is what they call the sexy Wonder Woman cover. Something like that. Now I also have issue 298 of The Amazing Spider-Man. This is fantastic. This is leading up to Venom's appearance. And issue 299 is the actual first appearance of Venom. And it's just a little tiny appearance at the very end where he talks to Mary Jane inside the apartment. And here's issue 301 of The Amazing Spider-Man. I am so sad about this right here, but it's still an amazing comic book, and you know, it's got the McFarlane sign on it, so it's worth some money either way. Alright guys, we do have issue 360, Cardiac side by side. I think that this one might be the first appearance of Cardiac, but I'm not sure. I do think this one does have some value though as well. We have issue number 6 of the Venom Lethal Protector. We have issue number 6 of Venom Lethal Protector, The Chilling Conclusion. Now let's go ahead and check out our next one. Here is issue 378, The Rage of Venom, Maximum Carnage, part 3 of 14, guys. What a fantastic comic book. Issue 316 of The Amazing Spider-Man, the non-mutant superhero. And there's Venom. Venom is back. Maximum Carnage, Web of Spider-Man. Maximum Carnage, part 2 of 14. So right here we have the Punisher and Spider-Man on The Amazing Spider-Man, issue 330. Another great issue. I'm trying to go through these pretty quickly for you guys if you couldn't tell. I'm sorry if it's taken so long. I didn't realize that the pile was this large. And I hope you guys stick around to the end because there is a very good comic book at the end for you guys to check out. I know you'll be excited, so stay tuned. We have issue 23 of What If the all-new different Xmen had never existed. And that one does have some major discoloration down at the corner and over here. But it's pretty old and it's worth a keep anyway. So I definitely kept it. This is 282. Issue 282 of the Iron Man, and it says War Machine. This is the first appearance of War Machine. To my knowledge, I believe so. I'm not really sure. My grandpa was telling me a lot about him, and I do know a little bit from the movies and from the comic books themselves when I was younger. But I kind of lost track of everything, and there's so much that goes on in the Marvel and DC universe, so it's kind of hard to keep track. But we have issue #1 of the Punisher War Journal as well. This one right here, I believe, is worth a few hundred. I'm not sure exactly the dollar amount, but it is the Winter 1991 Marvel Superheroes Winter Special Xmen. And next, I believe this one's the second appearance of War Machine, issue 283 of Iron Man. Then I have the Hobgoblin Revealed, issue 289 of The Amazing Spider-Man. Issue 411 of Thor, which does have a little bit of valuable premise to it as well. It's worth a few bones. We have the first edition of Cable, first issue I meant. And now we have the first issue of X-Men Unlimited. First issue collector's item. Issue 374, Venom Attacks, The Amazing Spider-Man. Issue 300 of The Uncanny X-Men. That's a good find. I really like that. And this one right here I mentioned earlier, and this goes with the 298 and the rest of them as well. This is issue 299 of The Amazing Spider-Man, and in the end of this is the first actual appearance of Venom. The Amazing Spider-Man issue 344 also has a couple of also has some value to it. Has some discoloration a little bit. This one isn't my best condition comic book, but it's still definitely one I'm proud of. We have Superman and Checkmate Action Comics. I don't know the exact worth on this one, but I think I've seen it on like a top countdown of some kind. But I do know that this one is worth pretty money. This one is the first appearance of Gambit, issue 266 of the Uncanny X-Men. That is a great issue. I've actually checked that one out. Me and Grandpa both agree that Gambit is one of the best X-Men to ever exist. Now, The Amazing Spider-Man Carnage Part 1, issue 361, at last, the spawn of Venom. Guys, this is one that's probably going to be increasing for some years to come, and I can't wait to just keep on holding on to it and possibly give that to my son one day to enjoy for himself. And then we also have issue 281 of the Iron Man. That one is worth some pretty money, guys. Check it out. Tell me what you guys think these shapes are in. See, because this one right here is in fantastic condition, I believe. Can't really tell, but I do need to get it actually graded. And last but not least, definitely not least, this one is a dream comic for a lot of collectors, guys. This is issue 300 of The Amazing Spider-Man. And it is in flawless condition. I can't wait to get this one graded. There's, oh goodness, guys. That one is so beautiful. I mean, just all the 300s and the Todd McFarlane. You gotta love it, guys. I just wanted to show you my collection. My Pokemon collection that I filmed not long ago. I had gotten such good engagement and stuff, so I wanted to go ahead and release one on my comic book collectibles as well. This is just a small portion. If you guys would like to see more of my comic books, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more great content. Hit that notification bell to stay up to date on our newest uploads. And as always, keep it real.